Welcome to Bayou Time. I'm Jacob DeGate, and I'm now joined by two lovely ladies. Sitting next to me is Sherry Wilmore, who's a community coordinator for reentry for Terrebonne Lafouche. And then we also have Celeste Gottschalk, who is here as a vice president of Terrebonne Bar Association. Thank you all very much for joining us.
Thank you
Thanks for
for
having
having us.
us.
All right. We have something to talk about that I think a lot of people out there really find out how important it is when they apply for jobs. And that's, talking about expungements of things that happened before. But y'all have a program that's coming up. Can you tell us a little bit about that, Sherry?
Yes, so on August the 23rd at 9, starting at 9 a.m., we'll be hosting an expungement clinic at the North Branch Library. And it's going to benefit our population because, like you stated, people don't understand it. It doesn't just affect your employment; it can affect your housing when they run your background check. It can affect you whether or not you receive certain assistances, whether or not you can receive certain licenses and things that you need to in society. So what we're planning to do is host an expungement clinic at the library to benefit the Bayou region. We haven't had one since last year, and so it's about time we do it again. And so with along with our community partners from Terrebonne Bar Association and Lafourche Bar Association, our Bayou Region Legal work group for reentry is hosting this for the public.
Okay, so Celeste, y'all have some lawyers on hand that are going to be providing their free services?
We do. We have some members of the bar, the Terrebonne and Lafouche Bar Association that are going to be volunteering. They're going to sit down with the participants, go over the paperwork, help them fill it out because it is extensive. It is a form, but if you don't know what you're looking at, it's very difficult for someone with no legal knowledge to fill it out. So that part of it is free, and that takes away from them having to spend money on an attorney, and they can save their money for the actual expungements.
Yes, and the court cost, unfortunately for expungements, they're one of the higher court costs out there. How much do those normally run?
Yes, Louisiana has one of the highest rates. It's anywhere from $550 to $600.
Okay, but you can also, by coming to the clinic, you can save, those attorney's fees, which would normally be on top of that. Can you tell me, I guess, what type of crimes are eligible, or not only, I guess, convictions, but you also have arrest as well that can be expunged?
Right, arrests, nonviolent crimes, certain felonies, misdemeanors, they can all be taken off of your record.
Okay, and Sherry, can you tell me what would somebody need to bring with them to if they were interested in going to the clinic?
Sure. So there's three things that necessarily that you need to bring with you. So you have to bring with you your bill of information. You have to bring with you your background check from the parish or a municipal that arrested you. So understand that sometimes, like if you got arrested by, let's take Thibodeau PD. Even though you may be in Lafourche Parish Jail, Thibodeau PD arrest you, and you may not be on Lafourche Parish records. So just be careful of that. Ensure that the crime or the background that you want to be erased is on the actual background check that you turn us into. And if you want to catch the majority of your for your background, you can go to the Baton Rouge office. I know that's a lot for a lot of people, but if you have the time and the ability, if you go to Baton Rouge in Baton Rouge, go to the state building, you can get all your arrest and information and you turn it into us, as well as we're going to need your sentencing minutes. That is found from the clerk of court office. So that's three things that you have to bring to us. One, you bring to us your background check that comes from the place of where you was arrested at. The next thing you have to do is bring to us your sentencing minutes, and then that comes from your clerk of court's office. So for if you're in the Bayou area, you may have to go to clerk of court office that's downtown Houma or downtown Thibodeau for Lafourche, because the reason why we hosting it in Great is because we want to be able to service both Terrebonne and Lafourche Parish residents. And so we wanted to pick a location that it was what would be deemed as a happy medium for everyone who may have to come and not a very large distance for people to have to travel. And if you're in Raceland, you could just get onto the highway and come on the bridge. So we really wanted to serve the totality of the parish when we decided of the location, as well as again, you have to bring your citizen minutes that comes from your court records, and that comes from your court again that comes from the courthouse as well. So we did inform all of the local clerk of court's office that we are hosting this expungement clinic, so they are aware of the influx of persons they were receiving, as well as both Terrebonne and Lafourche Parish offices are also aware that you'll need your background checks, as well as Terrebonne DA and our Lafourche DAs are also aware of the expungement clinic. So they're needing the information from those offices. They are aware of it.
Okay. And again, this clinic, it's starting at 9 a.m.
Yes.
And what date is it?
So it's August 23rd. The reason why we're starting at 8 a.m. is because we want the public to know that we have a limited amount of people who qualify to help you with expungements, with the meaning our lawyers, attorneys that are there. So we want everyone to have all of your information. So when you come, it's really going to be first come, first serve. And everyone who has their information depends on who we can service that day. And we will want to serve as many people as possible, which is why we want you to have all of your information for when you arrive.
And this is a great opportunity really for those people out there to save some money and get some stuff taken care of that can really, come to bite you down the line if you, when you're getting that job or you're making that application for housing and then you're not going to be able to do it quick usually or cheaply if you're in that situation.
Yes.
So this is a
Or
great
if you
way.
want to adopt a child or foster. Like people
Sure.
don't think about those things when you have a background check that can really affect you, or a decision that you made in your early years when you're older and have more wiser can sit there and be a hindrance to you, a barrier to you. In addition, what we want to ensure that people do is we want to make sure that everyone who we want you to come and we want you to be able to come. So we're going to do it at the big part of the library. So when you come in and you'll be serviced right there.
All right. Well, thank y'all. That's okay. Thank y'all very much for what y'all doing. We appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for more right here on HTV.